Hey guys, what's up? DarcyJ117 here and welcome back to another FIFA 18 video. Now today, as you can see, we are here on Foothead and we are here to vote for our team of the year. So today we are going to be doing the best statistical team of the year. This isn't who perhaps, or maybe it is who deserves it most. That's the question. You know, team of the year, Ballon d'Or, FIFA Pro, FIFA's Best Award, World 11, whatever. It's always just been a popularity vote. It's not been about the best players. Now the best player doesn't have to be perhaps the best player statistically. But, you know, statistics have become a big part of football and it's definitely something that people are interested in. So today we will be looking at the best statistical, or what the team of the year would be if it was just based on who had the best statistics for 2017. Now for our goalkeeper, it is going to be Hugo Lloris. Now it is hard to sort of look at these players statistically for an exact calendar year of 2017, which I think is probably what EA are basing these players on. We can only really look at the 16-17 season. We could look at this season, but it kind of doesn't really work in a way, so yeah. Squawk is probably the best place to look at for all of these statistics. You can use the comparison matrix as I have done here. And we're looking at the goalkeepers. As you can see, it's quite obvious why I did choose Lloris. Now this is granted only looking at league games. And for example, I mean, Lloris has got 34 games. Navas has only got 27. Oblak's only got 18. So it's, you could say it's kind of unfair in that way. But hey, that's not really unfair. It is the best player. If he's played more games, it doesn't really matter. It's not who's got the best per 90 stats, for example. In that case, Lloris still has it for two of them, you know. It's about the total for the whole year, who has been the best. It's not about trophies, this one. But as you can see, Hugo Lloris, he's got the highest total score by a lot. He made the most successful passes by a lot. He kept the most clean sheets as well, only just behind De Gea, or in front of De Gea I mean, only just. And he did concede less goals than De Gea though as well, and yeah, he conceded the least overall except for Oblak, but Oblak played not 18 less games, he played a lot less games. So as you can see, they're really the only goalkeeper sort of statistics here that are quite important on Squawker. So by that, Hugo Lloris is our goalkeeper for the team of the year. Next up we move on to the defenders, and for this I decided to do a left back, right back and two centre backs. So first of all here we're looking at the full backs. First of all, if we look at the two left backs I've got here, Marcelo and Marcos Alonso. Now there's quite a few stats here to compare them with, but first of all here, Marcelo, as you can see, compared to Alonso, has a lot more successful passes. He has a lot more assists, but then he does have less goals. But overall, he does have more goal contributions. So it's basically 2-0 there to Marcelo. Tackles are fairly even. Marcelo does have a lot more take-ons. Alonso, this is amazing. Like, look at all of the fullbacks here now. Alonso has 73 aerial duels won. That's insane. You know, no one else comes near that. And Marcelo only has 8. So that's pretty crazy. But, you know, that is partly because there is a different style of football played in the Premier League to the La Liga, for example. Interceptions, Marcelo and Alonso are equal. And then down here, Alonso's got a higher total score. He's got more blocks. But, you know, overall, Marcelo's done better. You know, he's got a lot more goal contributions. He's had a lot more successful take-ons. It's close. It is really close between Alonso and Marcelo. But I think just those extra goal contributions is what gets it for Marcelo there. So Marcelo goes into the statistical team of the year. Now right backs, out of all of the options, there's 3 of them here: Walker, Kimmich and Valencia. Now as you can see, first of all, the successful passes are so tight between all of them, so that's kind of an irrelevant stat, to be honest. As far as goal contributions go, Kimmich does have the most with 7, Walker on 5 and Valencia on 4. So Kimmich sort of gets that one there, but Kimmich for some reason hasn't really made many tackles, and as you can see, 5 successful take-ons, so either he wasn't very successful or he just didn't attempt many. But Valencia and Walker did excel in those areas. Walker, of course, got quite a few more aerial duels won than Valencia and Kimmich. If we look at interceptions as well, Valencia's got the most, Kimmich's got the least there. Kimmich's got the most blocks though, and he does have the most total score by a lot, which really does tell you a lot, to be honest. And we, in the end here, are going to give it to Joshua Kimmich. I think that he does deserve it in the end. It's pretty tight, to be honest, between Valencia, Kimmich and Walker. Next up, of course, 2 centre-backs. Here are the 5 that I chose to compare. Sergio Ramos, Jan Vertonghen, Azpilicueta, Bonucci and David Luiz. Azpilicueta made the most passes by far, as you can see. Goals scored, Ramos got 7, which is a lot for a centre-back, as we all know, but then no one got assists except for Azpilicueta with his 4, so you know he's got quite a lot of goal contributions there as well. We then look at interceptions. Azpilicueta has got quite a lot, you know, quite a bit ahead of everyone else. But then we go down, blocks go to Jan Vertonghen by quite a lot. Clearances go to Jan Vertonghen by a hell of a lot. Tackles won, Azpilicueta did win more here than anyone else, but Vertonghen is second, of course. And then we have successful take-ons, Vertonghen by a hell of a lot. Aerial duels won, Vertonghen by a hell of a lot. Total score, Vertonghen by a hell of a lot. Defense score, Vertonghen by a hell of a lot. So as you can see, Jan Vertonghen statistically arguably was the best defender in 2017. Vertonghen is the best, he is going in this team, and second, as you probably can guess, it's Azpilicueta. It's close. If Ramos had if Ramos had 4 assists, it would probably go to Ramos, but in the end, Azpilicueta and Vertonghen are going to be our 2 centre-backs, as you can see right there. Now the midfielders. This one was quite a tight one, to be honest. It was pretty close. 5 players I chose: Kroos, Ali, Eriksen, De Bruyne and Kante. So no Modric. I compared Modric, Kroos and Isco all together, just those 3, and Kroos is the best by far. And looking through all of it here, Eriksen's got the most total score, Kroos a little further behind, Dele Alli almost half as much as Eriksen. But then if we take a look at goal contributions, Kante here at the end, he doesn't really have anything to speak of there, but that's not the sort of player he is. But if we look at everyone else, assists, Kroos, Eriksen and De Bruyne, a heck of a lot of assists. And then if we take a look at goals, Dele Alli 10 more goals than Eriksen there. Overall, Dele Alli has the most goal contributions there, followed by De Bruyne and then Eriksen, and then Kroos, of course. If we look at the key passes, Eriksen's got the most. But next here we've got some more defensive statistics. Kante's won the most tackles by a lot, made the most interceptions by a lot. De Bruyne won the most take-ons, but only just behind Dele Alli, so it's quite even between the 2 there. And then if we go down a bit more, total passes, Kante actually made the most here, which is interesting. And then if we look at all of these 3 different types of scores for the possession, Kroos won it easily. Defense score, Kante wins, and then attack score, Eriksen wins. So from what you can see in here, lots of goal contributions from Eriksen, De Bruyne and Dele Alli. But then Kante very good defensively, and then Kroos sort of very good all round sort of overall. So it's quite a hard one to decide there. If we take a look on transfer market, as you can see, Dele Alli did have the most. This here is 2017, this isn't just 16-17, that's why Dele's got a lot more here. But as you can see, he has a lot more, pretty much, well, 10 more than De Bruyne and 8 more than Eriksen. So he did very well. Dele Alli, just so many goal contributions as a midfielder. He has to go in the team. Maybe an unlikely one. You might not have thought of it, but that many goal contributions, statistics in his favour, he has to go in the team. Then De Bruyne and Eriksen both, once again, with lots and lots of goal contributions. It's very tight. They both really do deserve it, but then Kroos, you sort of think deserves it. Kante, looking at this, without those goal contributions, you'd think, nah, he doesn't deserve it. Kroos, you know, it's got to be Eriksen and De Bruyne. Kroos, it's very close. Kroos deserves to be in there as well. He definitely does, but statistically, De Bruyne, Eriksen and Ali, they are the best. Now, finally, we have the forwards. Now, I didn't have to do a scorecard comparison for this because you want your forwards to be getting your goals, getting your assists. Now this, for some reason, doesn't actually include all of the games of 2017 or something, because if you take a look at this right here, if you just look at goals, sort of by goals, it's got Kane down as 49, so for some reason it didn't include his last hat-trick against Southampton, was it? Where he got those 3 goals taking him to 52, so for some reason Transfer Market don't have that on there. But Kane does have 52 goals instead of the 49, so he is of course the top goal scorer. That's exactly what you want from a striker. Just because of that, Harry Kane has to be in the team because he's just so good in 2017. And then once again, if we go back and compare it all as a whole, as you can see, Messi does come out on top quite easily there, to be honest. Harry Kane and Neymar, if Kane did have his extra 3 goals, they would actually be tied right there. But then Cavani is a little bit far behind, and Neymar, as you can see, 30 assists, 31 goals. That is an insane contribution there from Neymar in 47 games as well. Messi with 55 games, a lot more than everyone else, but he did, of course, because he had more games, get a lot more goals and assists. So yeah, that's it. Messi and Neymar join the team, and this is the best statistical team for EA's 2017 or FIFA 18 Team of the Year. If it was based purely on statistics, who had the best statistics, this is pretty much what the team would be like. That is basically it for this video, guys. Here is your best statistical Team of the Year. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next vid.